Once again, you are immersed with the introspective and insightful P.o.p. presents. And I'm P.o.p., also known as Walter IV. And I'm out here again on my rooftop. And just as I was recording my opening, I saw a falling star, which was so beautiful to see. Like I said, I'm outside in the middle of the night, in the wee hours of the morning, just looking at the stars twinkling. And the moon right now is in crescent phase because we're at the end of the month right now, the end of October. And this has been such a beautiful week because the leaves are changing, and they're changing pretty rapidly right now. I mean, the colors are just so warm and vibrant right now. The reds are ravishing. Yeah, the golds are grand, and the yellows are yellowing, and it's just a beautiful sight to behold. When I was driving home this afternoon, I felt like it was art in motion. I love autumn mornings and afternoon when there's a breeze blowing, and it's a breeze blowing, it's windy, and the leaves are coming off the trees. And so when I'm driving, the leaves are just gracefully floating to the ground as I'm driving, the leaves coming towards my windshield. And it just stimulates my imagination because my roots are, my major in high school was commercial art. So that was the first time I learned how to paint. And one of my first successful paintings was a fall scene that was watercolor, and that was my first successful painting, and I never forget it. I never forget how my art teacher taught me how to showed me how to paint watercolor. And basically, the way that I was painting was I was painting watercolor like I was painting a wall painting. And he just took a moment of his time and showed me the proper way to do watercolor. And basically, he sat down and put the water down first. I was painting the tree. He was showing me how to do the trees. He put the water down first and just put the brush in the paint and drop one drop of paint in the water. And he looked at me. He looked at me and he said, "Let it run." So, and I didn't understand it. It basically, and the way he showed me, like he did each tree like that. He said, place the paint in the water and just let it run. And the way the paint and the water came together to create those trees was just so marvelous. And so it just blew my mind because I had no control of what the trees would become. And when I gave control to the water and the paint, they created the trees the way it made it look more realistic. It was almost like, early form of AI, because I had no control over how those trees were looking. I would do that for every tree, and every tree will look different. So yeah, that um, driving home just reminded me of those days of painting that fall scene, and I've been in love with autumn ever since. I don't paint as much anymore, but I take photography. I take photos of the trees and fall scenes, and I combine my art history with my love for taking photography. My love of photography now. I combine that with painting, and one of my usernames for Pexels and IG is Painter of Photos. So it's two worlds colliding to come together to create some beautiful art and photography. I take photos with the eye of a painter. So yeah, so yeah, out here on this rooftop, on my rooftop recording, just taking deep breaths and inhaling this crisp October air. It's just so beautiful out here. I love coming out here to record because I just let my imagination take over. It's something about recording while just looking at these constellations. I'm looking at the Big Dipper right now. I'm seeing the North Star and, all of these wonderful stars. And right now I just imagine, and I really pray one day that I get a chance to live somewhere where there's no light pollution, where I can see even deeper into the cosmos. Because the stars look beautiful, but I know, I live in a bigger city, so the sky is not as black as it would be in some some country or royal. I can't say it, so I'm not even gonna try. But you know what I mean. Yeah. So after a good sleep, and I'm off for a couple days, I just come out here and just imagine and dream. Just imagine and dream. I think of all of my ideas, everything that I'm working on right now, the music, the writing, how everything is coming together. And yeah, I'm just so glad that I'm in a place where I'm still creating. I'm still dreaming. I'm still being productive. I'm still being diligent. Still have passion for this art. Because a lot of people, wow, I just saw another falling star. My God, these falling stars are just abundant tonight. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Wow. I'm seeing these falling stars right while I'm recording. Oh my God. God is so good. God is so awesome. This universe is just so vast. It's just so prolific with wonder. I come out here because what better way to feel bigger than yourself than come out and look into the void of the night, the stars contrasting the black sky. And even though the moon is crescent tonight, It's still glowing, but I love in the middle of the month when there's a full moon. When the full moon is out, like the full moon lights up my entire rooftop like it's the daytime. Like the moonlight soaking my balcony and my rooftop. Just looking up at that sky and just seeing all the details and the craters of the moon. But it really it illuminates, and it looks like daytime. It's like the high noon version of the moon. But it's still gorgeous out here, and I love the weather. In a couple of hours, I'm gonna go out and walk. I love taking a walk after it's been like 3 or 4 days. I'm so ready to walk and listen to some uplifting and inspirational audio. Yeah, and the cool thing about the podcast and the audio books I've been listening to for the last couple of years, I'm that podcast host for others now, where I was the one being inspired by like somebody walking and just creating this audio verse of inspiration, like with them, creating my own world. Now I'm the voice. I'm the voice that's inspiring others. There's people that count on my episodes and my voice now. So that's a big responsibility. That is a big responsibility. And I'm happy to be that for my listeners, because it was a time to receive, and now it's a time to give. I've been blessed for so many years listening to so many amazing podcasts and audio books. It's like I wanted to stay there forever. I wanted to stay in that cozy womb like longer. I didn't want to come out of that cocoon. I didn't want to come out of that womb, and I did not want to come out of that cocoon. I wanted to stay in that warm, cozy nest. But I knew in my spirit there would come a time where it would be my time, where people, just like I needed them, now people need me. People need my messages. People need my voice. People need my inspiration. People need my motivation. Artists need me now. And it's time for me to step up. We're in this together. Yes, I still listen to my people. Always. I always have to get filled. I have to get filled so I can fill you. That's what I'm here for. Give, and it shall come back to you. Good measures, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Yes. Gotta give for it to return to you. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm giving myself. I'm giving my experience. I'm giving my wisdom. I'm giving my love. Giving it to you. And it's easy, because so much of it has been given to me. So much joy has been given to me. So it's my duty to give my love of life, my love of art, my love of people, my love of revelation, my love of introspection back to you. I enjoy doing this, being outside, recording. I have no script. I don't know what I'm going to say next. But the night sky makes it so easy. Makes it so easy looking at these galaxies and planets. Yeah, sometimes I love the Andromeda galaxy, and I'm going to buy a star projector for my room so I can lay in my bed and write and dream and think of all kind of ideas with all the galaxies floating in my ceiling. Because I already have a moon that I created in my bedroom. It's a tapestry of a moon that's peeking through the woods in the winter. And what I did is I installed a nightlight underneath of the moon, so the moon is illuminated through the woods. And that was just me recreating a time of my life when I worked at a location that I wasn't too happy at. But one thing that they had was a beautiful big backyard, and I worked night shift, and I would go out there in the backyard. There was no lights, and when it was a full moon out, in the fall or the winter, that moon would look so beautiful shining through those woods. And I would take all of these pictures, and it just it put me in such a relaxing mood. So I recreated that in my bedroom. So the next thing I'm going to get from my bedroom is a star projector, like I said. So this winter, I can be under my warm blankets and just looking at the stars. If I'm not out on the rooftop looking at the real stars and planets, when I go back inside, turn that projector on, I'm going to, look at the galaxies right from my bed. So I love clear nights. And I've been very fortunate that this month of October the skies have been clear. Because after Hurricane Helena, we had about 2 weeks of rain where we didn't even see the sun for 2 weeks at the end of September. But this month the skies, it hasn't been a cloud in the sky. It's been clear days, clear nights all month, and I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I love clouds, but it's nice, to see these stars at night. And being that they haven't set the time back yet, the sun doesn't even come up to 7 in the morning. So I start my walks around between 6 and 6:30, and it's still pitch black out. So I've been walking in the darkness, and it's been beautiful. The world looks different at night when it's dark, and I've been loving it. I've been loving being a shadow, just moving incognito through the morning. It's really been a joy. And I've been taking pictures. I love the way houses look through the trees at night. So it's also artistic. So this has been an adventure this month. My new adventures of walking in the morning in the darkness. Of course, when the time goes back that's going to change because the sun is going to come up around 6. So I may have to step out maybe like 5:30, 5:45, just so I can get some of that darkness. I like to start out in the darkness, and when I finish my 2-mile walk, I like the sun to just be peeking up on the horizon as I finish. So I start at night and I finish in twilight. And it used to be the other way around. Well, I used to start in twilight and the sun used to be shining when I was finished. So have to change it up every now and then. But before I go on and on to the break of dawn, I think it's time to close this episode. But I hope this episode finds you well. I hope it blesses you. I hope it fills your spirit. And I hope it warms your soul. All right. So I will see you in the next one. And I say to you, find peace and find your purpose. All right. One love. This episode was brought to you by P.o.p.presents.com. When I listened to the playback of this episode, I decided to just leave it alone and let it be a one take, because there's clearly some imperfections and some bloopers and some parts where there's some mistakes. And being as technical and meticulous as I am, I would have edited every last one of them out. But I'm going to keep everything in and just let it be authentic. This is probably about 15 minutes later. I'm on the same rooftop, the same night. But that first part that you listened to was a one take. The first 19 minutes was a one take. And instead of waiting, I'm going to just put that out. I'm going to put this episode out like now, because I have like about 4 or 5 episodes that I recorded in the last couple of months that are before this. But I'm going to break the regiment and just put this out, because this is how I want to do my episodes anyway. I want to just spontaneously record and put it out the same day. That's the future of how I want my podcast, because sometimes, when I add music and everything and I mix, it takes me forever. But I want to put these episodes out as is and be, just put them out as is and keep it moving and move on to the next thing and not work on them forever. So that's pretty much it. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for your support. I thank you for your love, and I will see you soon. This is P.o.p. I'm out.